Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel if you're new here. This is going to be a bonus video for this week, which is fun. Have a shaker card that I would like to show you with my new product, which is a stacked heart frame. So I have everything prepped here and ready to go. We're also going to be using MFT's cool cat stamp set. I'm going to be using the face image and then the From Meow to You sentiment. But to get started, I'm going to start with the shaker portion. First I started with a 4.5 inch square card base. This cut file, as is, measures about 4 1/8 inch square. I cut 6 of them so that I could stack them. It would be very difficult to get some foam tape around here to make a shaker, so I suggest cutting many layers. Depending on your cardstock. If your cardstock is thinner, you're obviously going to want more layers. So I cut 6. I'm using 65-pound cardstock from Recollections from Michael's. And I also cut the base layer in a print so that there was polka dots at the back, which will layer behind. And then I also cut a piece of acetate for the shaker bits. And I think for the shaker bits today, I'm going to use these. They're like little confetti bits, but they're actually meant for nails. But I find they work really great for like more flat shakers. So I think I will use the black, red, and gold ones here for this card, because that one matches the best. So one container is pretty much good for one shaker card, and they come in packs of like 5. And each pack is different. Like one sleeve I have is a bit more pastels, which would be good for baby cards. And yeah, there's a couple of these ones. So they're like $20, and you get 12 times 5, which is 60. So you can get like 60 shaker cards for like $20 worth of stuff, which is a good deal. So I'm going to start by gluing these frames to the base, and then I'm going to stack them up 5 high. Put my shaker bits in here, and then add my acetate before adding the last layer. So I'll probably just speed through this so that we're not sitting here watching me glue forever. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside to dry for a little bit, and I'll do my stamping right now. I'm usually the type of person that likes to get the shaker bits in and start shaking right away, which is not good. So today I am practicing restraint. So I'm going to stamp it. I'm just going to stamp this cat face for now. The sentiment I'm going to do on black and heat emboss it in white. I'll just use a scrap. I like to use up all my scraps of cardstock, so I always keep the bits. So I'm just gonna stamp this here, somewhere in the middle where it's clean. And I'm going to be using my Lawn Fawn black licorice ink for stamping. Okay, and as always, I'm going to color and then re-stamp this. re-stamp it. And then I'll cut that out with my coordinating dies. Okay, so there's my stamped image ready to go. So I'm gonna now stamp my sentiment. Bring back my Misty. Spray this. And I'm just spraying my stamps with water and wiping them with a microfiber cloth. Just to clean them off. Cut a piece of cardstock. I'm gonna use my Rabbit Hole Designs anti-static powder tool. I love this thing. It is probably the least messy one I've ever owned. And it's in a compact container, which is great. And I'm going to use Lawn Fawn's clear ink. You don't want to press down too hard with sentiments just because you don't want to smush the letters, so I just gently press. Okay, I'm going to do it again because I think this thing needs to be re-inked. Okay, much better. And then just use a piece of copy paper to catch my extra powder. But I'm using Recollections Detail Snow Embossing Powder. Okay. Just flick the back a little bit. It looks pretty good. Just gonna dump that back in here. Lid on it because I'm a klutz and I would totally spill that all over the place. Now I'm going to use my heat tool. And with the sentiment this small, it doesn't take long to melt the embossing powder. And I'm going to use my Tim Holtz mini trimmer here to cut this out. I'm just lining up the bottom of the letters to the edge of this clear finger guard. Cut it. And then I'll take it to the bottom and I will do the same on this side. This side. And then we can add that to our card when we're ready. So now I have all of my elements here. This should be dry now. So I'm going to attach this to the card base. Probably off camera. I already put my stamp on the back so I knew which way I was going to do it. Okay. And then I'm just going to center it. Right. there looks good. Press it down with a block. And then I'm gonna add my shaker bits. And these are a bit staticky, so hopefully it's not too messy. I'm gonna use my Nuvo little scooper here. Might be a bit easier. I just want to make sure all the bits are inside. Okay. Clean up the ones that pop out afterwards. I just want to make sure they're not on the frame itself, because if they are, it could make it leak later if it's not glued down properly. I'm just gonna add more to this bigger section. And then a few bits to these little areas here. Okay. Again, I'll just make sure all my areas are okay. That looks good. So now I'm going to glue the acetate piece on. That was a lot more staticky than I thought, so I'm hoping those don't affect. And the shaker itself, and I'm just going to glue this top layer on. I'm gonna let this sit for a bit later before I even attempt to shake it, but I'm gonna add this kitty cat over to here. And then I think I'll put the sentiment down here. Nope, yeah, I like it there. I'm gonna add a bit of foam tape to help prop that up. I might need to move it over a bit. Okay. Glue to the rest. And that's our shaker card for today. Thanks again for joining me, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye!